India is actively exploring interim fifth-generation fighter jet solutions through ongoing preliminary discussions with major global defense partners, according to Defense Secretary Rajesh Kumar Singh. During an interview on June 21, 2025, Singh disclosed that these talks are centered around bridging the gap until the country's indigenous stealth jet program, the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, AMCA, reaches completion, which is expected to take roughly a decade. While Singh refrained from naming countries or specific aircraft, his comments fuel ongoing speculation regarding India's interest in the Russian Su-57E and the American F-35 platforms. One proposal on the table comes from Russia, offering India a dual-track approach, immediate delivery of Su-35M aircraft and localized co-production of the Su-57E stealth fighter at Hindustan Aeronautics Limited's HAL, Nashik facility. This is the same plant responsible for assembling the Su-30MKI fleet. Russia's offer includes substantial technology transfers, source code access, and compatibility with India's indigenous systems like the Astra missile and the Virupaksha AESA radar. If accepted, the proposal would see 20 to 30 Su-57Es delivered within 4 years, followed by local production of 70 to 100 units by the early 2030s. To address India's pressing shortfall in operational fighter squadrons, currently at 31 versus the sanctioned 42.5, Russia has also suggested delivering up to 40 Su-35Ms within 2 to 3 years. The Su-35M shares much of its hardware and systems with the existing Su-30MKI, easing maintenance and training burdens. Both aircraft are powered by AL-41F1S engines, with Russia proposing future access to the more advanced Izdalai-177S engine, designed to reduce detection signatures and extend operational lifespan. However, concerns about the Su-57's quality persist. India had previously exited a joint development initiative with Russia in 2018, citing deficiencies in stealth capabilities, sensor fusion, and lack of supercruise. These issues still resonate with Indian defense analysts, especially after the Su-57E's displays at international airshows in 2024 and 2025 highlighted panel misalignments and poorly sealed weapon bay doors. These flaws cast doubt on the aircraft's radar stealth profile, which reportedly lags behind Western equivalents. Operational readiness is another area of concern. Russian production of the Su-57 has faced significant setbacks due to international sanctions and reliance on imported electronic components. Only a small number of jets, 10 in 2022 and 11 in 2023, have been delivered, contributing to skepticism about the platform's maturity and sustainability. Within India, expert opinions diverge. Former Air Marshal Sanjeev Kapoor supports the Russian offer as a strategic move to gain advanced capabilities and industrial know-how. In contrast, ex-AAF Chief RKS Bhadoria urges caution, stressing the importance of sticking to indigenous solutions like the AMCA rather than reacting to Pakistan's anticipated acquisition of Chinese stealth aircraft such as the J-20 or J-35. Meanwhile, former IAF pilot Ajay Ahlavat has raised red flags about possible Chinese-made electronic components within the Su-57, recommending stronger government oversight of the AMCA program and suggesting it be placed directly under the Prime Minister's office. The AMCA project itself has recently entered a new phase following its approval by the Cabinet Committee on Security in May 2025. Led by the Aeronautical Development Agency, ADA, the project has issued an expression of interest and a request for information, inviting both public and private sector participation. The AMCA aims to become a versatile, stealthy twin-engine platform for air dominance, strike missions, and electronic warfare, with manned and unmanned variants planned. While a full-scale prototype and deployment are expected to take 10 years, the government hopes that involving multiple industrial partners will accelerate development. Russia has revived the concept of a two-seat Su-57 variant, previously linked to the defunct FGFA initiative. Designed for complex missions involving drone coordination and electronic warfare, this configuration would pair with systems like the S-70 Okhotnik UCAV. Though India has previously shown interest in manned-unmanned teaming, no formal response to this updated Russian offering has been issued. India's defense calculus is further complicated by geopolitical pressures. While the U.S. has expressed tentative willingness to discuss F-35 sales, such negotiations may require India to shift away from Russian hardware like the S-400 missile defense system in favor of U.S. alternatives such as THAAD. This transition would not only be expensive but could also strain India's current logistics and supply chain structure. On the flip side, maintaining deep ties with Russian defense firms exposes India to potential U.S. sanctions under COTSA, as well as ongoing vulnerabilities in Russian production pipelines. At one point in 2018, nearly 40% of the Su-57E fleet was grounded due to shortages in spare parts, a problem exacerbated by Western sanctions on Moscow. The Su-57E itself represents Russia's attempt to break into the global stealth fighter market. Developed under the PAC-FA program by Sukhoi and the United Aircraft Corporation, it is engineered for multi-domain warfare with a 35,500 kg maximum takeoff weight and a top speed of around 2,600 km per hour. It has a service ceiling of 20,000 meters and can fly up to 7,800 km with multiple refuels. The aircraft is rated for 11G loads and boasts an endurance of roughly 10 hours. Its armament includes up to 7,500 kilograms of munitions spread across internal and external hardpoints. These include the R-77M and R-74M2 air-to-air missiles, KH-38 and KH-58 air-to-surface munitions, and a variety of guided bombs. The onboard 30mm cannon, based on the GSH-30-1, complements its offensive suite. Advanced sensors such as the N036 Belka radar system, featuring X-band and L-band arrays, enable target detection across multiple spectra, with additional capabilities for networked warfare and manned-unmanned coordination. As India evaluates its next move, balancing operational urgency, strategic autonomy, and geopolitical alignments will be critical. Whether the Su-57E becomes part of India's future arsenal or remains a point of negotiation depends not only on technical merit but also on larger questions of industrial capacity, alliance dynamics, and long-term defense doctrine.